Okay, guys, I'm looking for some water sources. We bought this purifier, and I think our first sample will be some muddy water. Yeah, so that could be our first one, which will be our first one. You walk over here, and it's quite windy today, so I got some stuff in the pool. So maybe I'll take a sample from pool, and obviously chlorinated, but still, you don't know what's in there, right? So the third final sample to see if this water purifier hand crank pump will work is the ultimate test. So we've had this water fountain urn for a while now, and that water has been sitting in here for, I want to say, a year and a half. It was all the way to the top right here, and now it is all the way down there. So I am going to take a sample of that, and then I'm going to run it through the pump, the water purifier, and look at the difference. Okay, first sample, right here at the pool, little vial. That's all sanitize my hands, and let's twist the cap on it and go to sample number 2. Let's go. Now the muddy water. And third and final test. Nasty. This is gross, you guys. This stuff is so, yeah, okay. Let me put a cap on this real quick, because good thing I'm wearing gloves. All right, let's do this. The nasty mud puddle next to the sprinkler. So I'm really curious on what's in there. So right, one drop on the slide here. Bam. And to top it off, no pun intended, cover slip. And boom, off to the scope. Okay, here is the muddy water sample, and wow, you guys, this is freaking crazy. You see that thing on the right? It's a rotifer, basically a tiny living vacuum. What it does, it crawls around in this nasty water, sucking up bacteria, dirt, and whatever else it's floating by. All that brown stuff you see inside of it, his stomach is full. So while it looks like it's a gross little blob, it's actually just going around eating everything. Okay, you see a little tiny thing moving under the fiber? That's a protozoan. It's basically a single-celled organism, just cruising around looking for food. So this right here is a paramecium. It's basically a single-celled animal. It's covered in tiny hairs that beat nonstop, letting it swim and sweep food into its mouth. So yeah, it's just cruising around, eating whatever it runs into. You see those little tiny fast dots going around everywhere? Those are called ciliates. They don't have tails. They use thousands of tiny hairs to zip around through the water. So basically they're microscopic cells moving like they're late for something, but yeah, they're pretty quick. You see this guy right here. He looks like a protozoan, and it looks like he's chowing down on some grub right there. I'm gonna zoom in on this guy a little bit. I'm gonna pop it up to 100x, and we'll see what we can see. Yeah, okay, that is a rotifer. You're not sure if you can see this, but he has spinning bits on his head. That's basically its mouth, and it's constantly sucking in whatever's floating around. So bacteria, debris, all of it. It's just sitting there, eating nonstop, living its whole life in this nasty water. So I'm bumping this up to 400 mag for you guys so you can really see what's going on. This thing moves in a really weird way, so I wanted to, bump it up for you so you can see it. Those spinning parts on its head, they're not just for eating. They're actually beating like tiny fans, pulling water towards it. That current then drags the rotifer forward, so it's kind of glides or even spins as it moves. And sometimes it'll stretch out its whole body, then snap back, almost like it's inching along like a worm. So it's not really swimming like a fish. It's more like dragging itself through the water while vacuuming everything in its path. Welcome to the world of microscopy. I'm telling you, this slide here and this one drop of water is an entire ecosystem. It's a whole universe we're looking at, and it's absolutely incredible. I'm going to follow this guy just for a little bit longer, guys, just a little bit. You can see him jump around. It's incredible how he moves around and he's looking for food. So yeah, there you have it. It's a whole different world in there. Here he is again at 40x. I wanted to pan out a little bit, so it gives you a bigger perspective of what he's doing. So I just wanted one last shot of this guy before we go to the next slide. There he is. Pretty cool. Pool water, you guys, been sterilized. I'm going to take one drop from this little vial here, and right There. Hey, here's the drop of pool water. It's at 40x. And you know what? I expected tiny creatures like a whole microscopic zoo, but nothing's moving. It's just stuff, fibers, lint, and what is definitely a piece of hair just floating there like it pays rent. There's this long strand that looks like it came off a towel, just drifting through the water. And honestly, you guys, that might be worse because now I know this is all just leftover human debris. Nasty. The pool looks clean, but under the scope, yeah, not so much. Let's bump it up to 100x. Now everything looks way more intense a little bit, but still, nothing's alive, thank God. No movement, no tiny swimmers, just more detail. The piece of hair looks pretty massive now, but it's like a fallen tree in a tiny world. And the fibers, you can actually see the texture on them, like little threads twisted together. It's kind of impressive and kind of gross at the same time, because this isn't new stuff. This is all just closer. The same debris, just way more obvious now. So yeah, the pool still looks clean from above, but at 100x, it's basically a floating collection of everything people brought in with them. Okay, and our third and final sample is the urn. It's that little water feature out there I showed you. I stuck my hand all the way in. It surprisingly, it basically looks clear, but you never know, right? So let's go check it out. I'm gonna put a drop in, one drop on the slide very, very carefully, like so. This is the water I pulled from the bottom of my backyard water feature, and it's been sitting there for about 1.5 years. Yeah, I know, right? So 40 times mag, you can already see how much stuff is in it, debris, organic matter, and who knows what else. This is basically where everything settles and where a lot of microscopic life starts to build. So at 100x, you can see how dense this stuff really is. All that debris isn't just sitting there. It's breaking down, feeding bacteria and microscopic life. This is basically the layer where everything collects and turns into a living, moving ecosystem you'd never notice with the naked eye. So at 400 times magnification, it actually looks a lot emptier. It's because we're zoomed in so far. You're only seeing a tiny piece of what's really there. All that life and debris is still around, just outside this frame. So this is a Cataden Hiker filter. It pumps water through a 0.2 micron filter, removing bacteria and protozoa like Giardia. So yeah, it takes sketchy water like this and hopefully makes it safe to drink. We'll see. Yeah, just about finished here. The glass was sanitized like that really matters for this, right? So we're all done. All right, let's go take a look. Okay, we're at 40x on the mag here. And yeah, it already looks way less disgusting than it was before. You know, you guys saw it. Before this, there were like chunks everywhere. Not too bad, but there were chunks, like actual stuff floating around, having a great time. Now it's a lot cleaner, fewer big particles, less debris. It's not just a full-on swamp anymore. The filter's basically pulling out a larger chunk, along with a lot of the bacteria and microscopic stuff that can mess you up. It's not perfect. You can still see some smaller bits in there, but compared to what this looked like before, this is a huge upgrade. It went from absolutely not to, okay, maybe I think about it. I think in a time of emergency, when your guys are out in the woods or the end of the world comes, then yeah, you know what? I think we'd drink this. This might look like some kind of organism, but it's actually just a clump of organic debris, basically broken down material, all stuck together and just sitting there. Okay, next up is the pool water. I'll run the filter through that and we'll see what it produces. You know, the reason why I'm putting the whole thing in the pool is because I broke off the other end of the hose. So yeah, there you have it. So here it is. And we're looking at 40x mag. And honestly, it looks a little better. Before filtering, there was a lot of visible debris, little chunks of particles, you know, floating around everywhere. So now it's noticeably cleaner. To me, it is. Fewer large particles, less clutter. It just looks more clear overall. The filter's basically pulling out all the bigger chunk and a lot of the stuff you don't want in your water, basically. Okay, we're at 100x on this slide. And those little star-shaped things you guys are seeing, those are actually microscopic algae called diatoms. They have these rigid glass-like shells made of silica, which is why they look so perfectly structured.
At this magnification, you can really start to see their shape. Those arms branching out in almost perfect symmetry. They're not just sitting there either. They drift in the water, sometimes slowly moving with currents or tiny vibrations. So even what looks like just clear water, you've actually got these tiny geometric life forms floating around, basically like microscopic snowflakes. But even at 100x, still looking clean, not too bad. Now let's move to the last slide. Okay, guys, for full disclosure, I had to pull the last sample out of this right here because the last third sample I pulled from the mud puddle by the sprinkler. I put that under the scope and there was nothing really there. Basically, it was chlorinated water from the sprinkler. So I went with this. That is where you see all those crazy microorganisms in the ecosystem. So there you go. I'm straight up with you guys. No fluff. I asked Frankie, my lab assistant, to help me out here. So I had to add a little bit of water to get the purge going here. So, and I'll meet you at the scope. Okay, we're back at the lab. We're at 40x mag, and so listen, you guys, this wasn't just dirty water. It was a full ecosystem. There were rotifers, tiny worms, fast-moving protozoa. Remember that? Everything was feeding, moving, basically living their entire lives in one drop of water. You could actually see the food chain happening, microorganisms eating bacteria, larger ones eating them. But then I filtered the water. You saw it. And now, nothing. No movement, no activity, just debris left behind. All the life that was there, completely gone. This is kind of crazy because this shows how fragile these tiny ecosystems really are. It's like one simple change and everything disappears. Now let's move to 100x. Okay, at 100x, you can see way more detail, but after filtering the water, everything is gone. No movement, no swimming, nothing alive, just fibers, debris, and whatever left behind. Before, this was full of life, you guys. Tiny organisms everywhere, feeding and moving. Now it's just still. Same water, same sample, just without the ecosystem that used to live in it.
Hey guys, quick thing before we wrap this up. Everything you saw in this video is real. No AI, no fake inserts. If there's nothing on the slide, then yeah, you're not going to see nothing. I'm not making stuff up just to make it look cool, you guys. And honestly, I kind of take pride in that. What you're seeing is what I'm seeing. Now, as far as the filter, we bought that to go camping. We climbed Half Dome. That was scary, but it actually worked. The water was definitely cleaner, less debris, and overall, solid improvement. Still, it's not winning any kind of beauty contest, but way better than where we started. So yeah, if you feel like real footage, questionable water decisions, and whatever this turns into next, subscribe, and I'll be back with something probably worse. Oh, check out this video of ground beef, real ground beef, versus the golden arches. That one will kind of shock you. Oh, before I forget, be kind to one another.